TBS Sports presents NBA Basketball, America's Game. TBS Sports coverage of the NBA is brought to you by Honda, who invite you to experience the Accord 4-door at your local Honda dealer. And by Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for real draft smoothness. It's beer at its best. And by Speed Stick Deodorant. The wide stick gives you the edge. Speed Stick Deodorant by Menace.
Hello again, everybody. Another night of NBA basketball, this time from the Omni in Atlanta, where a capacity crowd of 16,522 is gathering to watch the Atlanta Hawks take on one of, if not the best team in basketball, the Boston Celtics. In the season series, Boston has won 2 of the 3 previous games. The one they lost was here in the Omni. The Boston team is playing perhaps their best ball of the year, Bill, despite the fact they're a little crippled up.
Well, they had a slow start this year, Skip, because of injuries. But now they've accustomed themselves to playing without Bill Walton or Scott Wedman, who's going to have an operation tomorrow and is lost for the season. They're playing the way they're going to play now. This is their team, and they're doing it very well.
Meanwhile, the Atlanta team got off to a sensational start. They've struggled lately and, in fact, have fallen behind Detroit in the Central Division by a game as we head toward the All-Star break. Meanwhile, Randy Whitman is out for the Atlanta team because of an ankle problem, and that's given John Battle a chance to play. And the kid from Rutgers in his second year has been super.
Yes, and when the team is healthy again, that'll be another quality player that they have to throw at the opposition. Because what they are learning as a young team is that this NBA schedule is like a war. There will be casualties, and you have to go by the casualties and keep on going.
Okay, we expect a good one, Charlie Neal. Let's send it back to you in our studios right down the road. Charlie?
Okay, thank you very much, Skip. It does promise to be an exciting game. And coming up at halftime, a look at the other 7 games on tonight's NBA schedule. Charles Barkley was named NBA Player of the Month for January, while Fat Lever has been named NBA Player of the Week. I'll have more on their achievements, plus a feature with Atlanta coach Mike Fratello. All that and more coming up at halftime. And Skip and Bill will be back with tonight's starting lineups in just a moment.
You see the capacity crowd here in the Omni gathering to watch these 2 teams get together. And here's a look at the starting lineup. There's the way Boston will get it going. Boy, that front line is tough, and the guards aren't bad either. Depth has been a Boston problem. And the singer, K.C. Jones, is the coach of the Boston team, and he's a very, very good one. He's got a good team, but he is a good coach. Atlanta, on the other hand, goes like this. Dominique Wilkins has a little back problem, but he's going to give it a whirl tonight. Mike Fratello, the coach of the Atlanta team. Our officials, there's Mike, are Jake O'Donnell and Dick Bavetta, and we're ready to go. Bavetta on the right, O'Donnell on the left, and we sincerely hope that you will enjoy it. Well, you're a former Celtic. You can root for them. I'm a former Hawk announcer. I'll root for them.
Well, I don't think either one of these teams really need us rooting for them.
I think you're right. Here's John Battle, the kid out of Rutgers. He gets Atlanta off to a good start. He had 27 Sunday afternoon against Houston, a game Atlanta lost by 2. Robert Parish up top. I assume you know the Celtics by now. No for Larry Bird. Kevin Willis the rebound ahead to Dominique. He's got Battle with him. He takes it himself. It's 4-0 Atlanta. Bird at the other end. We've played just 40 seconds. Bird against Tree Rollins. Dennis Johnson up top from 20. In and out. Parish tips it up and in. It's a 4-2 game. Atlanta with the ball and the lead. Wilkins against McHale. Jumps over him. Tough break for him. Kevin Willis knocked away and out of bounds by Bird. Atlanta on the end line.
On that last play when Dominic went in, Kevin McHale is one of in the top 10 in the league in block shots. As he's had to play more minutes, as all the Boston starters have, he's getting up there in the statistics. I thought maybe that might have been a foul.
Great fake by Battle. He got the basket. He's 2 out of 2, and it's 6-2. Atlanta on top. McHale over Willis. Oh, he's a good play. It's 6-4. Battle against Dennis Johnson. Sails by him. Not this time. Forced the shot. McHale the rebound. Dennis Johnson up the court. Parish against Rollins. Johnson baseline. That's blocked away by the tree.
Well, the tree fell.
Did anyone hear the sound?
Dennis is right in your face. Big guy, and big guy says not this time.
Time call for a minute. Jake O'Donnell got banged up somewhere in that melee and got a little of the...
A referee getting hurt is like, how do you explain getting hurt while you're out playing golf?
If you can keep score that sometimes. So it's Ainge, fades, fires, nowhere near. Great job by McHale. They're letting him play early in this game at both ends. Bird to McHale. He blew the layup, missed the tip. Wilkins the other way. Split him. Drew the foul. Shoots 2. Who got him? Perhaps Danny Ainge. We'll wait and see.
Now, the way the Celtics are playing, let's take another look at Dominique's right down. There's a split right there. He goes in there, and there's the foul right there. He could call on either one of them. The way the Celtics want to play is they don't want Dominique to beat them. They want to make someone else do the job. What you try to do in a team like Atlanta, a young team, is take someone else out of their comfort zone and make them have to play above and beyond. See, if Dominique gets 25 points at half, good call. Good play, though.
Good play by Boston. Good effort by Rollins, but he got McHale, who gets up a little
Let's take another look at it. Good pass by Bird. And McHale goes up. He knows he has to dunk. And there's the foul. Got his money's worth on that. Another look at it there. From the weak side.
Block was okay, but he got him on the body. Wilkins is limping a bit as this free throw is.
Now, as I was saying, you get Dominique at 25 points at half. All he thinks about is, well, maybe I can get 50. You get one of the other guys like Young Battle. If he gets 25 at half, he says, well, I've done my job. You know, I've had a great night already. And it's a different attitude you get when you make the other guys have to do it.
8-5 is our score. Atlanta with the lead and the ball. This is Doc Rivers against Danny Ainge. 9:45 left, quarter number 1. Dominique for 3. Didn't get any. The tip, no. McHale the next rebound. Dennis Johnson up the floor. Danny Ainge. Atlanta by 1. 9:25 left in the quarter. Wilkins hangs in the air. That was partially blocked. Rebound Parish. Bird over Willis. Yes. 2-point basket. Boston takes the lead for the first time. It's 9-8. 9:08 left, first quarter. John Battle again. He's got 6.
He's off to a super start.
He and Wilkins have all the Atlanta points. Ainge for 3, got none. Willis to River. Battle, and now Rivers in three-point country. 8:40 left, first quarter. Bill Russell, Skip Carey with you from Atlanta. Five on the shot clock. Battle, and Dennis Johnson reached in and got it.
Now, a lot of people think the Celtics starters are playing too many minutes. They're playing between 35 and 40 minutes each. I don't think that's too many minutes. First of all, you want to win every game you can possibly win. And a player, one of the things he should know how to do is how to pace himself. And if you know how to pace yourself, it shouldn't be a problem playing 40 and 45 minutes.
Willis slammed up.
That was a defensive breakdown that helped from the weak side. Didn't get there at the right time because you have to time that all. That's one of the things about team defense is how to time, especially the weak side play.
Bird on the move. Willis the rebound. He's off to a good start. Great pass for Wilkins. It won't go for him. McHale the rebound.
He probably should have passed that one.
That should be for 3. No call. Bird the rebound. This is for 2. And a foul. Bird the pass. Parish the hoop. Yeah, Dominique had John Battle all alone, didn't he?
Sure did. He should have given. And on that play down there, as I've told you before, let's see. Take a look at this. Bird. Nice pass right there. And there's the foul over the back.
By John Battle.
When Larry Bird got that offensive foul, he outjumped Kevin Willis on that particular play. You remember I told you a few games ago that he was one of the great leapers in the game?
Last year in this building is when you first brought that to my attention. Parish has 5. We're tied at 12. 7:45 left first quarter. Kevin Willis. Wilkins.
And that's one of the real great leapers.
McHale and Willis bang away at one another. Ainge for 3. Doesn't get any. River wants to run. Takes it down.
He's taking good shots, excellent shots.
Well, what this will do for his confidence, you're right, this may really help Atlanta in the long run. Bird.
Oh, was that a pretty move? Because if he didn't take that particular move, he gets that shot blocked.
Wilkins beats everybody back. The slam dunk contest is until 5:35 Saturday, but nobody told Dominique. By the way, you'll see that on TBS. McHale in traffic.
Oh, what a shot, huh?
You won't see two teams playing much better than these two are right now. 18-16 Atlanta with 6:25 in the quarter.
And neither team is playing real bad defense.
Listen to the crowd as Atlanta calls a timeout here. They've enjoyed it at both ends of the floor. Atlanta has the ball, a 2-point lead, and we'll be back. We got a good one going at the Omni.
Let's take a look at Dominique along the baseline. That speaks for itself.
And he'll be out to reclaim his slam dunk title on Saturday. The slam dunk and the long distance shootout at 5:35 Eastern time. And Bob Neal, Rick Barry will have it live for you here on TBS.
And both these teams have come out running tonight, Skip. On the fast breaks, Boston has 5 for 9 points. And Atlanta has 8 for 10 points. So they're off.
Among those here in the Omni tonight, Dave Hoppin and his wife Sue out of Nebraska. Dave rehabilitating a knee. The Hawks have high hopes for him as a big man in their future. And looking in Mesa, Arizona tonight, a good fan of all of us in the NBA, Sister Simone, watching the game. Atlanta inbounds on the side as play resumes. They lead by 2. 6:20 left first quarter. Bill Russell, Skip Carey with you from Atlanta. The tree, Rollins. The layup will not go. Bird the rebound, sends out Parish. Puts it down once and takes care of business. Parish from Bird. We're tied at 18.
Strange enough, with all the running they've done, there have been no turnovers yet. And usually you associate a wide-open game with a lot of turnovers.
Wilkins draws a lot of attention, of course. Doc Rivers, nope. Ainge is 3-on-2. Dennis Johnson with a left hand.
They run the break to the left, they run it from the right, and they run it down the middle.
Boston by 2. All their players have scored. Wilkins. Air ball.
I got a piece of it, either him or the ball.
Dennis Johnson in the open floor. McHale wants it low against Rollins. Goaltender. McHale has 7. Boston by 4.
McHale is having just one outstanding year. Let's take a look at that pass into McHale. And there's the goaltender right there, Dominique.
And no doubt
that's
about
too late.
Even the rabid Atlanta fans couldn't boo that goal.
Rabbit or Raby?
Rivers on the left wing. Forced it up. Boy, they've taken 3 bad shots in a row. Atlanta has. Dennis Johnson, the rebound. Ooh, he almost lost.
In fact, he might have.
Good effort by Battle. Stripped away by Dennis Johnson, but he had to foul to do it.
And Dennis doesn't think so. Obviously. Let's see if he did hit him. Good pass there. Looked like a good block.
Good to you. You're right, it did to me too. Rivers shoots too. He's an 82% foul shooter, and he looks for his first points of the night. 4:46 left in the quarter.
You know, this is the first time we've focused on Doc Rivers. Why is it a foul line? Because he's shooting. But he's been doing an excellent job of moving the ball up and down court and getting it to the right guy so far.
He surprisingly missed them both. There's a block of Willis by McHale. Rollins gets it.
That's one thing I used to hate when I was playing and coaching. You get a block shot and they come and the offensive team comes up with the ball again. You should always get that ball.
All that work for nothing. 22-20 Boston with 4:27. Bird, no. Cliff Livingston is checked in. He grabs the rebound for Atlanta. And handles the ball on the right wing. They dare him to shoot. He does not take the dare.
Maybe a wise decision. Depends on what kind of shot they come up with.
The outside jump shot is not the strongest part of his game. Boy, he's a very physical player. Battle again. All the way in, but it's spun all the way out. Ainge drives the base. Bird. Oh, what body control. You might think that's an easy shot if you don't really know this game, but boy, that is tough with those monsters down there all around you. Rivers, nope. Atlanta not very patient offensively at the moment.
That's one of the things that Boston, three-point shot here, bad shot. One of the things that Boston loves to do is to lull you into playing their game at the pace they want to play it. And that itself will make you take bad shots.
Willis, funny looking move. He almost got the shot to fall anyway. Not a good shot again for the Hawks. Parish is hit, misses the shot. Willis got him 2 shots.
And another outstanding pass by Larry Bird, that pass to Robert Parish from the backcourt into the pivot. Like it might have surprised Robert Parish.
A 20-second timeout called here by Atlanta. Let's
now
look
here's
again.
that pass. Now it's all the way down, right into the paint. In fact, I think it might have surprised Robert Parish. He ends up getting 2 free throws out of it, though.
It may have surprised him, but not as much as it surprised Kevin Willis. There's the foul.
And another thing you see now, all of the white uniforms that were around the ball, that tells you what an outstanding pass it was. They all were there, but none were able to come up with it.
And as I'm sure you know, Bill, this program authorized under rights granted by the NBA solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
You did that really well, Skip.
Especially with your hand over the carpet. That's right. 3:18 left first quarter. Celtics lead it 24-20, and they'll be at the foul line.
And this is an extraordinarily entertaining game.
It really is.
And a quality play game. Boston shooting 48%. Atlanta shooting 41. Atlanta was up over 50. But they missed 7 of the last 8 shots.
By the way, Cliff Livingston is out of the game already. And Dominique Wilkins has returned after a very short respite on the bench. I think Wilkins has a bad back, and I don't think they want to rest him very long to let it tighten up.
If he gets cold, it will tighten up. I was talking to him, and he says he's about 90%. And he hopes to get over the triple digit tonight.
90% of him is still pretty good. Boston leads at 26-20. 3:08 left first quarter. Dominique. He has 10.
Now, when I see a shot like that, I see a guy gets the ball and says, well, this is what I'm going to do. Not what the defense is giving me, but this is what I want to do. And that's what you have. This kind of attitude you have to be an outstanding offensive player in this league.
You have to have a little ego, don't you?
Yes. And you have to be. It's better to have that ego than to have a good shot.
Dennis Johnson partially blocked by Doc Rivers, I think. Battle, nice pass. Willis. John Battle has been the spark plug for Atlanta so far tonight, but they're down by 2 with 2:25 left. Parish against Rollins. Boy, they've banged at each other for a few years in this league. 19-footer, 118. Rivers and the Hawks can tie it. Good pass, surprised Rollins. Bird was there. Johnson has Parish with him, shoots the jumper and drops it.
I think that was for Dennis's confidence on the shooting. He'd missed a couple, so I think he made up his mind when he got the ball back to the front court. But I think I'm going to shoot this one. You know, it's interesting if you talk to these guys and get to know them, that you know that the way they play is a reflection of their personality.
Willis tips in the miss by Dominique.
I think the only team that has anywhere close to dominant personality to the Celtics would be the Lakers. In terms of dominant personalities, I mean, really strong.
Which reminds us, if Boston wins this game, they will tie the Lakers for the best record in the league. 34-11. Ainge from the head of the circle. Willis the rebound. He's had a big night off the glass. John Battle fades away and starts the offense all over again. They force him left. He takes it. It won't go. Rollins. He missed a slam dunk and a foul. Parish the foul.
Now the Celtics have problems with the way they have to play if one of their big guys gets in foul trouble early.
28-26. That's the first on Parish. We'll be back to the Omni in Atlanta. Now there's the TBS efficiency rating, Bill.
I'm glad to see those numbers and see what they mean. Excellent, above average, 10 to 14.
There's the top 10.
Which includes 3 of the Celtics.
And only 1 of the Lakers, so what does that mean? The Lakers have a better record at the moment.
But they're not doing it. They're not doing it as efficiently as the Celtics.
They're just winning the game. There's Spud Webb, who the Hawks hope to have back in a month or so. They really miss him, not because he won the slam dunk contest and he's the littlest guy in the league, but boy, he makes them run much better than anybody else on their roster.
Even hurry back, Battle may settle in and get comfortable there.
That's right. Fred Roberts and Greg Kite into the game for Boston. Gus Williams about to check in for Atlanta.
Now, as Gus Williams checks in for the Hawks, and I see him stand up next to Dennis Johnson, I think of one of the best backcourt combinations in the history of the league. One of the top 5 combinations when Gus and Dennis were both playing for the Supersonics when they won a championship about 8 or 9 years ago.
Winning combinations get broken up. Larry Bird on the wing. Kite sets a pick. Rolls low, gets the ball, and lays it in. So Larry Bird gets him involved early.
That's an assist that Larry hadn't counted on.
Right. Celtics by 3. Atlanta with the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Trees jump hook. Greg Kite to rebound.
So mostly hook.
Yeah, you're right. They'll now play for the final shot. There are 12 seconds left in the quarter. Four, 3, 2. That's the 3, and it's good if it goes, and the quarter is over. And after 1, the Celtics lead the Hawks 30-27.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, Boston shooting 46% and Atlanta shooting 43%. But it's an outstandingly played ball game. I think they're taking good shots, and one of the reasons that the shooting percentage is below 50% is that both teams are playing pretty good defense. You've had quite a few block shots and a few intimidations.
And Bill, at the conclusion of tonight's game, you and I will be selecting the Miller Lite player of the game.
Are you going to help tonight?
Well, it depends. If Atlanta wins, I will.
Oh, okay.
You do it. I'll do it if Atlanta wins. You do it if Boston wins. Is that fair? Who cares if it's fair?
And what has fair got to do with anything?
especially when you and I are involved. John Koncak in the game for Atlanta with Kite, Darren Day, Jerry Seasting, and Sam Vincent. So no starters in there for Boston. This is Seasting. Seasting blocked away and out of bounds by Gus Williams. 5 on the shot clock for Boston. Be interesting to see how this unit performs for the Celtics. If they can get a lift out of him, it will give their starters a pretty good rest. Greg Kite from out there. A little short.
Well, that was, you might call it a desperation shot.
Battle won't go for him. Fred Roberts has been a big help for Boston. Grabs the rebound. Vincent. Go.
That's one of the things he wasn't doing when he earlier in the year. He wasn't helping out much because he'd go out there and he wouldn't look for a shot.
Wilkins drew the foul as he missed from Day and shoots 2. Boy, it's tough to play defense if they're going to call that a foul.
Day had about 2 chances. And Slim was all the way on the bus to South Florida.
Wilkins to the line to shoot 2.
When they passed the ball to Down, Day should just put his hand up.
Yeah. He started backing up, but he didn't back up quick enough. Wilkins, a 79% foul shooter, has 1 more, seeks his 11th point. He is the leading scorer in the game. But does not get it. Atlanta just 3 of 8 from the foul line.
Got to make your free throws. That's easy for me to say.
Against these guys, boy. Darren Day. Nope. John Koncak the rebound, and it's stolen from Wilkins by Vincent. With this unit out there, Boston is not going to run as much as they would with the top 5, I would not think. Roberts against Wilkins. Day could not handle the pass. It's 3-on-1 Atlanta. Battle. Good pass. Gus Williams.
Good pass by John Battle.
Well, Battle looks terrific.
He feels like he's a veteran out there.
Fans in Atlanta will know what I mean. They're going to have to start calling him Peachtree Battle. It's the name of a big shopping center here. Battle screams for the foul and loses the argument. His second foul. Antoine Carr checks in. Doc Rivers returns for Atlanta. Kite against Koncak. Roberts fades, fires, drills it, and drew the foul. And so far, the second unit doing itself proud for Boston. They lead by 5, 34-29.
Here's that fast break, that excellent pass by John Bell. Now he gets here, now he's got a nice bounce pass right there to Gus. Excellent play.
Isn't that the most ignored pass in basketball, the bounce pass?
Only by the good players use it. They're the only ones, because it's not an easy pass.
That's right.
It's a hard pass to learn how to take, but when you take it, it's one of the most efficient passes.
But you really look bad when you throw it poorly.
Oh, yes. If you put any spin on it, the wrong kind of spin on it, it really looks bad.
34-29 Boston. Antoine
Illegal
Carr,
defense.
first of the night, is called against Boston.
I thought that Carr's first name would be Bill, short for Billboard, because he's wide as one.
Nice toe. You're not exactly a light lunch yourself.
I noticed that lately. I noticed that.
Gus Williams. Deflected away. Darren Day out of there with it. Ahead to Vincent. He's got Seasting on the wing, and there's his jump shot.
Excellent play by both of those guys.
And the Scrubbinis have given Boston a 7-point lead, 36-29.
And there's Darren Day again. He's getting in a lot of trouble there. Everyone gets on him and gets ready to pivot.
Another illegal defense. So Rivers shoots the tee. Tree Rollins, we understand, took an elbow in the face. I don't think it's anything serious. Rivers.
Well, we know the tall guy that hit him if it's an elbow in the face.
Yeah, you're right. Atlanta will inbound on the side. By the way, this is the Hawks' 7th sellout of the year. Now,
That's a record.
Places like that, that's not big news. It is here. It is a record. And this is a franchise that was a disaster a decade ago and even 3 years ago. But they have turned it around, and they're headed toward a very prosperous future in Atlanta. Bird. Nope. He's really not gotten it going tonight. Carr has the field beat, but so does River.
And that was a late pass. Although the right wing was open first.
Bird draws a double team. That's not too surprising. And an illegal defense against Atlanta.
Here's what it looks like when a fast break is run properly. That's the kind of shot that you come up with.
Was there an extra step there, or was there a dribble we couldn't see? Must have been a dribble we couldn't see.
It must have been.
McHale checks in. Kite goes up. (36-32) Boston. McHale sets the pick. Bird thought about it, didn't do it. McHale against Concat. 5 on the shot clock. Seasting from Bird.
Another easy assist.
Seasting drills it from up top. 38-32. Boston by 6. Nobody near Gus Williams over Seasting. Bird the rebound. Carr was on his back.
Atlanta is not shooting very well the second quarter.
22nd timeout now is called by Boston. Kevin Willis checks into the game. Battle goes out, and that means Dominique Wilkins will swing back and play at the guard slot for Atlanta. He's really more effective at small forward, but there's no doubt, according to his coaches, that he could play guard and be a very, very productive player full-time in this league.
But not as productive as he is from forward. Because there's the footwork involved in starting from the forward position and starting from the guard position is totally different.
Randy Whitman is not even in uniform for Atlanta. Mike McGee has a bad knee. They hoped he would play some tonight. He has not yet. So Atlanta's down to 3 back linemen.
The reason I think that is we think about Walter Davis.
That's
going from forward to guard. And the transition was really hard for him. He made it at a high level of efficiency, but it was very difficult for him.
I guess Bird and Magic can make that switch better than anybody. Bird keeps popping away, but he can't get it going yet tonight, which is not real good news for Atlanta, because you know almost certainly he will eventually. Antoine Carr. Good job, John Concat. Concat has really struggled this year, and the fans have been on him a little bit here.
He's big enough to handle it.
He's been playing a little bit scared, they say. Maybe that basket will help him out. Parish about to return to the scheme of things as Vincent pops away and bangs it up there too long. Darren Day the rebound. Finds McHale with a fadeaway. Nobody can block that, can they? McHale was
out there anyway.
Dominique fumbled, got it back. Day blocked it. They call another foul.
And a technical.
Well, that's a tough call. It looked like he made a super play. You're supposed to get angry, aren't you?
Let's see what kind of play was it. He fumbled the ball. Good play.
That's a pretty good block.
Besides the fact that Dominic might have taken steps.
Can't block it any better than that.
Well, I think if the ball hadn't bounced so high, he might not have got the technical. But it hit his seam on the floor there and really went up.
Now Wilkins shoots 2 after Rivers misses the tee. The Hawks having a horrible time at the foul.
Now, you know, that technical might help Day in this game if he puts in a lot more minutes. Because I think that the referee might know that that was not a real good call.
One never knows
what referees are going to think, right?
Wilkins has missed free throws.
But we know they think.
Oh, absolutely. Hawks have missed 7. Wilkins 3, Rivers 3, Rollins 1. Celtics by 5. 6:50 remaining in the half. Dennis Johnson has returned. McHale gets another shot at it. Goaltending on Willis. Score the goal. McHale with 11. And Boston has tiptoed to a 7-point lead, 42-35.
You know, I looked through the league statistics yesterday, and McHale is up in about 3 or 4. He's in block shots, he's in scoring, he's in rebounding.
Kevin Willis took a good shot but missed it.
And field goal percentage is way up there.
And you never see even a vaguest sign of any jealousy between Bird and McHale, 2 of the greatest players in the league.
Because they both know that the other guy makes them better.
That's right. Foul against the Hawks. And a timeout is called here by Atlanta. It comes with 6:17 remaining in the half. Concac picked up the foul, and we'll be back right after this. Big basketball action on Saturday here on TBS. The slam dunk long distance shootout at 5:35 Eastern time. And at 10:05, the Legends Classic with Richie Guerin coaching one team and Al Attles the other. All that coming to you Saturday here on TBS. We were talking about McHale and Bird, and you had another thought.
Well, you know why there's no jealousy is because now you take Larry Bird. If Kevin McHale were less effective, then McHale's man could be helping guard Bird and vice versa. So it makes your job easier if you got a great player there with you because no one can concentrate on you solely.
Kevin Willis grabs his 10th rebound as Bird misses, and Willis with a little hook. Concac rips it away. Willis has it down. Boston by 7. Bird having an atrocious night from the field.
But he's not having a bad game.
No, he almost never does. Concac muscles his way in, scoring, and a foul.
Look what I found.
Seeks his 5th. Bird 3 of 11 from the field so far. Ainge in, Seasting out for Boston. Concac.
You know what Mike McHale was saying to the doctor was into?
Tell me, do.
You shaved just before the game, didn't you?
You're too much. 42-38 Boston. 5:30 remaining. First half. Bro, what a pass. McHale shoots 2. Who got him? Concac and Willis both were there.
You have no idea what a difficult pass that is unless you try to make it. That's hard to make than a shot where you put that pass. Right between those two guys. Now there's the foul. But that was just a great pass.
Concac picks up his 2nd. Tree Rollins checks back in, and McHale shoots 2.
You know what makes a great player, like Larry Bird or McHale or Dominique, is first you have to have proficiency in about 10 or 12 different areas: passing, rebounding, shooting, defense, and a lot of these. Plus, and what makes a great player is when you can use as many of those skills as you can in a game to help your team win. You see, what happens is a lot of players will only use 2 or 3 of their skills. Or maybe they don't have as many of these different skills. There's a technical foul here.
Another illegal defense is the call. Wilkins to the foul line.
Because there are a lot more skills involved in playing pro of rebounding, shooting, free throw percentage, assists, block shots, steals. Those are some things you can count, but there are a lot of the other skills that you can't count or document, but they are very important to playing a game. And one of them is knowing when to use these particular skills that you require.
Battle comes off a pick, in and out. Boy, a tough break for him. He got off to such a great start. Danny Ainge up the floor. 44-39 Boston. Parish gives it up. Dennis Johnson, the open jump. Score the goal and a foul. Let's see who it's away from the ball. Let's see.
It's going to be on McHale.
Must be, because he's doing the arguing.
They were doing they have a little contact, Kevin Willis and Kevin McHale, as you see there. Now, here they are on your right, lower right. Now there,
They called him pulling.
And they had been
Willis.
going at it for about 2 or 3 minutes when they called that one. That was the very end of the play.
46-39, 4:48 left in the first half. Wilkins against McHale. Doc Rivers deflected away by Bird, but Rollins gets it, misses it. The tip won't go. Parish had it. Rivers steals it. Atlanta can try again. They've done a good job off the offensive glass tonight, the Atlanta team has. And the sellout crowd likes their hustle. 10 on the shot clock as Wilkins works against the smaller Ainge. All alone, John Battle. Won't go for him. The tip won't go. Rollins. They had about 9 shots at it there. Atlanta did and finally scored it.
And you saw Dennis Johnson rush over to double team on Dominique. That's to make him pass, make someone else make a shot. It worked out all right eventually for the Hawks, but that was the idea.
Bird directing traffic. 10 on the shot clock. Less than 4 in the first half. McHale draws the foul, shoots 2. Rollins and Willis were there. It's Rollins.
Now here's a play here. Now this is the result of that. There's a foul. But what Larry Bird was signaling Dennis Johnson to get away from the baseline, so that in order to help or McHale, they would have to go into illegal defense.
McHale for 2. His
15
second
for
miss.
shot, they went 16. That the way it goes?
Something like that.
Okay.
His second miss, 3rd of the night for Boston. McHale has 14. He's 4 out of 6 in the foul line. Again, Boston by 6. Anybody's game with 3:45 left in the half. Battle and away from the ball. Another whistle. Foul on
Danny
Ainge. His second. It's bonus time for Atlanta. Dominique Wilkins at the line.
And what the Celtics are doing defensively with the Hawks, they're trying, when they get a one-on-one situation, they're trying to funnel them a certain way so that the help is there, but it's not accidental, it's pre-planned.
Wilkins now with 14. He does not have a field goal in the second quarter. I mention that only because you wonder about his back, which is not 100%. McHale, yep. He has 16, leads all scorers. Wilkins has 14 to lead Atlanta. Battle fakes. Left it short. Rollins got it. Tree has 7. He's bettered his average. Again, Atlanta's most potent weapon has been their offensive rebounding in this game.
They've done an excellent job on the offensive boards.
2:55 in the half. Ainge, a 2-pointer. Didn't miss the 3-point.
You know, you work and you get 3 offensive boards, you get 1, and you get out and you just settle down defense of the guy and makes a 20-footer on you.
A little depressing, but if you live by the jump shot, eventually you'll die by it, they say. Rollins almost
Got to be
walked.
traveling.
He did.
He almost pulled a muscle.
He gets up a little gingerly. Boston calls a timeout here. They have a 6-point lead and the ball, and we have 2:33 remaining till the halftime break. Charlie Neal will be along with all the scores, highlights, and news from around the NBA and the entire world of sports. And Atlanta Hawk coach Mike Fratello will be profiled. There's a feature on Mike as well. All that coming up at halftime, which is only 2 minutes 33 seconds away. Boston on top by 6. Don't forget, Saturday, the TBS Sports will be on the scene for the slam dunk and long distance shootout competition at the NBA All-Star game at 5:35 Eastern time, and then at 10:05 we'll have the Legends Classic for you.
They slowed it down a little bit the second quarter there. Boston had 9 fast breaks in the first quarter, 2 the second quarter. And Atlanta had 10 the first quarter and 3 the second quarter.
Bird from 20 finally drills one. He has 8. For him, that's not good. The rest of his game has been, as always, superb.
And one thing you know, he'll keep shooting.
If not, KC will take him to the woodshed. It's 53-45, an 8-point game, biggest of the night for Boston. Rollins missed the jump hook, another offensive rebound. This time it's Willis. That is what's keeping Atlanta in this game, and they're very much in it.
I think it's very interesting to notice that Larry Bird is guarding Tree Rollins.
Bird backs in on Dominique. They double team him. That leaves Parish alone at the foul line. If he'd have gone ahead and shot it, he'd have made it. McHale drew the foul, got the hoop. 18 for McHale, 11 in the quarter. Rollins' third foul.
Robert Parish couldn't believe he was there wide open, so he says, I got to get closer.
Worked out better for his team, but I really think that's his shot at the foul line if he had just gone ahead.
I think McHale may be one of the difficult guys to guard in the league.
Boy, he's got 747 wingspan. He also has 19 points, 12 in the quarter. Biggest lead for Boston is 9 with 1:25 left.
And a super attitude.
Battle. Willis. Parish with a rebound, knocked away, gets it back, and finally Boston gets a defensive board. And a travel on Dennis Johnson.
Yep. And you know why he was traveled in? He was moving and thinking. Bad habit to get into.
You ought to know. 1:05 left in the half. Battle on the way. Goes to the hole. Good move. Great block, McHale. And he took it out of the air, had it stolen away. And Wilkins couldn't control it, and Boston gets it back. So Boston can get their lead to double digits if they score here. Parish. Nope. Concat. Almost walked, but he got it away to Doc Rivers in time. 35 seconds. Battle.
Block that one, he said.
Yeah, take that. 30 seconds left as Boston comes up the floor. Dennis Johnson drills it. He's got 8. 24 seconds left. You see the time remaining. 17 on the shot clock now.
Now Dennis is playing against John Battle. He's thinking the guy's got to be young to do that kind of stuff at this part of the game.
8 on the shot clock. Rivers, nope, but another offensive rebound comes Atlanta's way, and Willis gets the hook. McHale, 1 second. It's good if it goes, and he just did miss, and we're at halftime. Atlanta still very much in the game. Charlie Neal standing by with highlights and a feature on Mike Fratello. At the half, Boston 58, Atlanta 51.
Studios. Coming up next on the Prudential Sports Update, a look at all of tonight's NBA action. And Charles Barkley of the 76ers was named Player of the Month, and Lafayette Lever of Denver named Player of the Week for last week. I'll have more on that. I'll also have a feature with the coach of the high-flying Atlanta Hawks, Mike Fratello. All that and more coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome back. I'm Charlie Neal, and besides the Hawks-Celtics game you're enjoying, there are 7 other games on the NBA schedule on this Tuesday night. One game as the Philadelphia 76ers, who have won 3 of their last 4 games, traveling to Indiana to take on the Pacers. The Pacers, meanwhile, trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. They were saying farewell to the Doctor, who was making his last appearance at Market Square Arena tonight, and they gave him a variety of gifts. Meanwhile, the Pacers went out on a fast break early. Chuck Person to Vern Fleming for the layup, and the Pacers take the early lead. But the 76ers came right back. Charles Barkley gets the missed shot here by Tim McCormick, and the strong move for Barkley and the 76ers right back in it. And right now in the third quarter, Indiana, though, is leading by 8 points, 63-55. Meanwhile, in Chicago at Chicago Stadium, Kevin Lockery and the Bullets were visiting, taking on the Bulls. Bullets taking the open, looking for the open shot right here. Charlie Jones finds Jeff Malone, and Malone hits the jumper and is fouled. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan on the low post, a turnaround jumper is missed, but Corzine's there for the rebound, and he puts it back in for Chicago, and the Bulls have a 2-point lead that is in the second quarter right now. Meanwhile, Bob Hill was looking on as his Knicks travel to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. They've been on a slump as of late. Pat Ewing feeds Gerald Henderson, and he gets around Randy Brewer for the shot. Scramble for the loose ball. Brewer picks up the ball and slams it home for the Bucks. Meanwhile, Henderson leads the fast break for New York. Gerald Henderson to Pat Ewing. Ewing off the glass. And this story in Milwaukee right now has the Knicks a 2-point lead over the Bucks. That game in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Doug Moe and the Denver Nuggets were in Houston tonight to take on the Rockets. Rodney McRae to Akeem Olajuwon, the hook shot over Danny Shays, and it's all tied up early going. Sampson falls down. Bad pass here. And Lafayette Lever steals it, takes it in for the layup, and Denver takes a 6-point lead. Ralph Sampson taken to the locker room. He was injured on that play. He is back on the court right now, and he is playing, so he is okay. But he had a little injury there, and right now Houston has a 3-point lead. That game is in the second quarter. Meanwhile, in San Antonio tonight, San Antonio has a big lead over Golden State. That game is in the first quarter. Warriors have won 2 straight. Spurs have now won 5 in a row. And in Utah, a little later on, they'll be hosting Sacramento. The Kings have dropped 3 in a row, have only 3 wins on the road this year. Jazz have won 3 of their last 4, have lost only 4 at home this season. Phoenix is at Portland also later on the West Coast. Suns have lost 2 straight. Blazers have won 4 of their last 6. So when I return, I look at the NBA player for the month of January and the player of the week for last week. NBA belonged to the round mound of rebound. I'm talking about Charles Barkley of the Philadelphia 76ers. The 6'6" third-year pro out of Auburn is a devastating force. Anytime he touches the ball, such as this play here, he'll make his first All-Star appearance this weekend in Seattle. During the month of January, Barkley averaged over 25 points a game while leading the league in field goal percentage with 63 and rebounds per game 14.9. He was also among the leaders in steals with 3 per contest as the 76ers posted a 10-5 record during the month. Charles Barkley, the NBA Player of the Month for January. The NBA Player of the Week for last week, Lafayette Lever of the Denver Nuggets. For the week, the 6'3", 5-year veteran averaged over 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists for a triple-double. He also shot 61% from the field, 70% from the free throw line. Fat Lever, as he's affectionately known, of Denver, the NBA Player of the Week for last week. And a reminder to join me and the Superstation NBA team. We'll be in Seattle this Saturday for the All-Star Saturday. We'll be on the air live at 5:35 p.m. Eastern Time with the Slam Dunk and Long Distance Shootout. And then at 10:05 that evening, we'll bring you the NBA Legends Classic along with parts of the Slam Dunk and Long Distance Shootout. That's All-Star Saturday this Saturday right here on the Superstation. And I'll have a complete wrap-up of the entire All-Star weekend Sunday night, 11 p.m. on the sports page right here. When I return, a feature on the maestro of the high-flying Atlanta Hawks, Coach Mike Fratello. Was the NBA Coach of the Year last year. He now has one of the hottest teams in the league, a team that has served notice on the league that they're no longer a group of underdogs. The Hawks have beaten the Celtics and Lakers back-to-back this season and are looking like potential NBA finalists.
This portion of the NBA Halftime is brought to you by Milky Way. A Milky Way a day helps you work, rest, and play.
It's been now for me 14 years in coaching, and this is my first head coaching opportunity.
No one had to sell Mike Fratello to the Atlanta Hawks. His work was greatly admired as an assistant under Hubie Brown.
That's a good job. That's a good job of rotating.
Yet Fratello had to sell himself to those fearing the same old thing.
Whatever Mike Fratello was all about, and only the players can really tell you how they perceive me, I have to take that knowledge and whatever I had along the way, put it all together, yet make it come out through me, however is best for me to pass that information along.
It's not a technical foul, correct. So,
A sideline scrapper is Fratello's truest image.
Guys on the line. You gotta have the guy foul, Eddie. No, you must. Yes, you do. It's not a technical.
That competitive spirit blossomed at Montclair State College, where the 5'7" Fratello played big on the varsity circuit.
In football, I played a little bit of everything during the course of the time. I was a nose guard defensively. I was an inside linebacker. I was a cornerback. I even centered offensively one game when we had so many injuries take place because I had been a center back in high school. So I tasted a little bit of everything during my college days.
Today, his palate is solely for winning. Fratello has assembled a purely explosive team with a trio of 7-footers on the front line and a But as Atlanta's achievements rise, how does an undersized coach keep the upper hand?
Well, the first thing you do is you make them sit down, all right? Then they're not towering over you anymore. After that, you cannot command their respect. I don't care who it is in this league that coaches, you can't command the respect of a group of individuals with the physical size that the NBA players have. What you hope to do is earn their respect because you're all working towards the same common goal. The players look for consistency from you as their leader. They want to know what to expect from you. And once they understand that, I think you have an easier way of dealing with each other.
Fratello came to Atlanta offering few promises. So far, he's delivered a 50-win season and Coach of the Year honors.
He's more loose right now. He let guys go out to play. We have a type of talent on our team. We have a lot of athletes, guys who can run the floor. And all he did was just turn us loose, just let us play basketball.
I think there are times that the players have to understand that it's time for us to go to work. There are other times we'd like to have fun together. If you can do those things, okay, and always keep things in proper perspective, keep your goals the same and consistent in all the areas of your demands, then I think you can have fun as you go along and accomplish things.
Half of tonight's Hawks-Celtics game, let's enjoy a special play from the NBA.
Valvoline presents another special play in the NBA.
Last night, Seattle against New Jersey. Seattle's Tom Chambers muscles inside, puts up the shot, misses. Xavier McDaniel gets the rebound, flips it over his head and in.
Plays like that make the NBA special. Here's what makes motor oil special.
Watching, I'll be back at the end of the game to update you on all the scores. Join me then. Now let's go back to the Omni, where Skip and Bill are standing by for the second half of tonight's game.
Okay, Charlie, thank you very much. 58-51 is our score. Boston on top, and Atlanta would be getting blown right out of here if they hadn't done, Bill, such a terrific job on the offensive glass.
Well, that's the part of what makes a good team is when some things aren't working as well. Now, here's a good example of them going hit the offensive boards. They come up with it, and they score with it. There are nights when everything doesn't work, it seems. But if you go, as I was saying earlier, you go to another skill. Now, offensive rebounding is a skill, not an accident. And so now this is one skill they're using tonight to keep them in the ball game. Now, maybe second half, they'll use another skill because they're going to need a lot of it the way themselves are playing.
Atlanta has out-rebounded them off the offensive glass 14-7. Have outscored them in that particular department 21-13. Larry Bird had an off night in the first half of the game, and that has to not augur well for Atlanta because normally he gets his before it's all over.
Well, he had an off night shooting. He did an excellent job defensively and an excellent job rebounding and made some outstanding passes. And again, this is where you talk about the great players that know how to win. Everybody can play, but knowing how to win is when to use those skills that you have. And he's doing an excellent job tonight because his shooting is about like mine or yours.
More like yours than mine because I've got no clue. Here's a look at the leading scorer. McHale, by the way, got 12 of his in the second quarter. Good balance for the Atlanta team, but they're down by 7 as the third quarter is about to get underway. There are the team statistics. By the way, Thomas Lapsley Smith, our director tonight, and Glenn Casper Diamond is our producer. They're doing a fine job, and we hope you're enjoying the telecast from the Omni, which is a special treat for us because our entire TBS crew is here in Atlanta, and they do a bang-up job.
Well, let's not get carried away, Skip. I used to know a Casper, but he was a ghost.
It's the same guy we're talking about. Third quarter about to get underway.
And there's Anthony Webb over there looking like a ball boy.
It's a shame he can't try to defend his slam dunk contest on Saturday. But he'll be there next year. Do you have a prediction for that? It'll be on TBS on Saturday. Who's going to win it? Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Gerald Wilkins?
No, none of those.
Great, Bill. Just let me hang there. That's
no, you know, that's one of those things is I was this afternoon thinking about the slam dunk contest, believe it or not. And thinking about what kind of dunk should win it. I'll give you a rundown on it later, Skip.
I'll look forward to that. McHale with it against Willis. Bird in three-point country. Danny Ainge all by himself. Nope. Tree Rollins, the rebound.
Can't be any wide open and have a better shot than that one.
Battle. Great move, but he came up empty. Parish finally got the glass. Might have had another slap at it.
They're doing a good job. The Hawks are keeping the ball alive on the boards. That's one good thing. If you can't get it, keep it up there. And if you guys are hustling, you may come up with it.
Larry Bird, 4 out of 12 from the field. We're not knocking him, but that's news when he struggles that much. He walked.
Little bitty steps.
He would have had a layup, but he took steps. Good defense by Rollins, who didn't go for the fake, and the ball goes back to Atlanta. Rivers works the wing.
You know, the first quarter and second quarter were entirely different. Good shot, Dominique.
His first field goal since the first quarter. Go ahead, Bill.
The first quarter, both teams are off and running. The second quarter, they both did a great job of showing that they can run a half-court offense, which you have to be able to do.
Dennis Johnson trying to post up against Rivers, who slaps at it and blocks it. Dennis got it back, drew the foul as he missed, and shoots 2.
Let's see, Dennis gets this one blocked right there. Good defense. Gives Rivers a shot for it. And comes up with the 2 free throws.
Correction, the foul is on number 25, Doc Rivers.
The foul is on Rivers.
On Glenn Rivers.
Yep.
That's his first foul and the team first.
Johnson shoots 2. An 84% foul shooter. Attempt of the night.
Here's another guy that he has 8. And the way this game is developed. And if you look at the numbers, you won't see not an overwhelming number of assists or an overwhelming number of anything. But he sets the pace in this team.
They force Battle left again, where McHale lies in wait. The cross-course pass. Rivers is open, but he can't get the jump shot. There's another offensive rebound. That won't go. And Parish in heavy traffic. Atlanta really slapping at it as it comes off the glass.
You have to stop guys from doing that.
Dennis Johnson, nope. Nobody there for Boston. The Celtics are ice cold. Atlanta with a chance to get more into it. Wilkins. Way short, but he got it back. Another offensive rebound. That's amazing. Dominique with 18.
And that was a rebound he never should have gotten. You should never let a team get a rebound that long.
It's a three-pointer for Ainge. He has 7. Wilkins for 2. Parish has this rebound.
Not a good shot by Wilkins. Well, these guys are so good that they have to shoot that kind of shot because they believe they can make every one of them. Good pass by Dennis Johnson.
Nobody near Ainge, and he drills it.
Dennis Johnson is one of the great, and I mean great half-court passers.
Mike Fratello not happy about the ease with which Boston has scored their last few times down. He's going to take a break. We'll be back to the Omni in Atlanta.
I said Dennis Johnson is a great half-court passer. Now let's take a look at this pass here. Now watch Danny Ainge come to pitch it from the right. Now he's open, and look at that pass. Got to be the right velocity, right there, wide open shot. Now there are other guys that can make the better fast break passes. But I think that Magic Johnson and Dennis Johnson are probably the 2 best half-court passers playing basketball today.
And it really is a different thing. It's a totally different part of the game. Battle on the wing. Willis against Parish.
Your target is much smaller in the half-court passes.
Dominique, not this time. The tip is in by Rollins. His high for the year is 12. He's got 9 in this one.
And I think that Casey's not going to. They're going to hear his voice and won't be singing tonight after this game about the offensive boards because they're not doing a good job of screening out.
If they don't do better, he might be singing Georgia on my mind, but for a different reason. Dennis Johnson. Nope. Willis the rebound.
And the Celtics are only getting 1 shot. The Hawks are getting more than 1, and the Celtics are only getting 1.
Doc Rivers made a heck of a shot. He has 5. It's a 5-point game. Boston on top. third against Wilkins. They double Larry. Parish. Nope. Rollins.
Good defense.
John Battle. Doc Rivers. Dominique Wilkins. He's got 20. Atlanta has moved to within 3.
And what made a good defense last time down was Robert Parish did not have an unimpeded shot.
The crowd is back in the game now here in Atlanta. But it's that way every night for Boston. Parish. Boy, he's been quiet. But Danny Ainge, the rebound. Nope. Willis. Atlanta can move to within 1. Wilkins. Deflected away. Dennis Johnson with Ainge and Bird.
Look at that pass that Dennis just made. And
Parish. He can't buy one. Boston starts over. We're still in the third quarter. He'll buy that one. Parish has 11.
he tried to call a timeout. He heard something Robert Parish did on that last shot. He tried to call a timeout before they threw the ball out of bounds, but the referee wasn't listening to that.
Rivers. A 20-second timeout is called by Boston. Greg Knight is going to come into the game to get Robert Parish. It appears to be his right leg. How bad it is or what it is, we of course don't know yet, but we'll make every effort to find out for you. And boy, that would be a grievous blow to Boston if it's serious. Let's see if we can spot what happened.
It may have been the way he landed.
I wonder if he bumped legs with Willis, or it looked like it was.
He landed on one foot, and that sometimes that can really, yeah. You can push or pull and strain almost anything on that left side where he landed there.
Now he's moving down the bench.
But at first he grabbed his arm.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. They work on him now, and it looks like it is his arm. Greg Kite, they need a lift from him to the Celtics. They're in a dogfight here. They lead by 3. Bird in a mess. Great pass, foul, basket.
Now he gave that fake from the waist up. And that's where you have to get a fix on there, because when you use anything below that, you get traveling.
Look at the
double team.
The patience by both players too here.
There goes Cree.
And Rollins did everything he could. He knew he was going to get a foul. He tried to tackle him, but he couldn't.
Here's Parish with the arm, so it is the only arm. Maybe he hyperextended it.
McHale now with 21 points and 8 rebounds.
And that's a shooting arm too.
McHale now with 22. 69-63, a 6-point game. It was a 7-point Boston lead at the half. John Battle called the illegal defense.
They need to give him a whistle on Danny Ainge, I believe. And Casey doesn't like the idea of calling it. Ice pack on his elbow. Maybe apostolic the elbow of Robert Parish.
Jerry Seasting checks into the game. Dennis Johnson goes out.
And they have, that's the toughest shot in basketball, I think. The technical. It's so lonesome out there. Oh, yeah.
They were all tough for you, though, at the foul line, weren't they?
Oh, it was a real struggle, Skip. Used to run high to keep from getting fouled.
More rocks there than in a construction site. Doc Rivers with the inbounds back.
Actually, it was flagstones. Those are big ones.
69-63. Boston has maintained the lead since very
traveling.
early.
They called traveling on that one.
Rivers argues.
There were 3 guys there waiting for him.
Danny Ainge with play instructions. The old fist play for Boston.
Get the ball to McHale and see if we can get anybody to guard him.
A couple of them on a 2-shot foul, and Wilkins got him.
They call it one shot. Now, McHale's going to argue with that. They give him a shot because they said it was a one-shot foul. He says, you know I was shooting. I'm always shooting.
Kite up top. Wilkins tried to steal it, almost did.
Here's a mismatch.
Good play by Concat. 10 on the shot clock. Bird.
As I said, here's a mismatch.
He missed some much easier shots than that. Hit nothing but the bottom of the net. Willis scoring on a foul. Big basket for Atlanta.
The Atlanta's front line is playing particularly well because not necessarily their outside shooting, but their offensive boards. Here's an outstanding play by Kevin Willis. Shoots. Chance for three-point play, but they've done a great job on the offensive boards.
Willis has 12 points and 17 rebounds already. Pretty good night's work. Atlanta very much in this game, down by 5, 5:05 left in the third quarter. Bird. Ainge beats Battle, shoots it left hand. What a shot. Bird started that left-handed stuff on this club. Now just about everybody seems to be doing it.
You can't learn it over a week's period of time. You got to. No, that's one of the things you got to have all the time, and you got to go in your repertoire when you need it.
Another Atlanta offensive rebound. They lose it out of bounds, but maintain control, and that's the. If Atlanta wins this game, the story is going to be their ability to hit the offensive board.
And a few Celtics on the way to the offensive board.
Yeah, that's all part of it. Johsnon's been getting away with that for years, right, Bo?
That's right.
Great pass by Battle. Contact the basket.
Bad defense on that. Whenever a guy gets a dunk shot from out of bounds play, you just play bad defense.
73-68.
Working McHale.
He is something.
You get 25 fakes. You got to go for one of them.
Willis over Bird. Yes. What a night he's having. Willis with 15. And they're both playing about as good as they can play right now. It's 75-70 Boston. Nobody home for Seasting. Ainge with 6 on the shot clock. Seasting over Willis, who bothered him, cranked the rebound. They can start over, but Seasting pops away. He has 6, 7-point game. Well, look at Wilkins. Partially blocked. Bird heads the other way. McHale is on the deck. I think he's all right. Ainge, great pass. Bird shoots 2. Contact got him. Bird is angry only at himself.
As he knew it was a great pass, excellent pass, and he doesn't usually miss those. There's the Ainge, and drops the Bird going in right down the middle.
Here's an oddity. This is Larry Bird's first trip to the foul line tonight.
So he's going to make the best of it.
He seeks his 12th point of the night.
Now this is one of those nights when one part of his game didn't show up, and he's struggling with his shooting, but he's still doing a lot of other things, and probably working harder tonight than he does in the game when he gets 35 points.
79-70, 3:20 remaining. Boston matches, I think it's biggest lead. Wilkins against McHale and Seasting. Great pass. Rivers, foul kite, 2 shots, Willis.
No three-pointer, no three-point play there. He made sure of that. Good pass by Doc Rivers.
That's what set the whole thing up. Kite got him across the arm and the ball.
Another angle.
Cliff Livingston into the game for Atlanta. Wilkins becomes a guard. And Willis, a 68% foul shooter, records his 16th point of the night.
You know, the way the Celtics play defense, they try to deny a lot of different things. And if you have an excellent passing team, you can burn them, but you got to be a good passing team. You can't just have one guy that can pass or that's willing to pass.
79-72. 3:05 left, quarter number 3. Seastings for McHale, knocked away by Rivers. It's on the deck, 1st and 10. And I imagine a jump ball will be called. McHale will be involved and probably Rivers.
That was not a real good pass. When you pass to a guy that's 6'10", anything below the knee is a bad pass. Because most guys over 6'10" can't see that far down. They can see it up.
Mike Fratelli, you notice Jake O'Donnell had his back turned. And that's because Jake was an American League umpire for years. And they turn their back on players all the time. Boston calls timeout here. We've got 2:58 remaining. Celtics by 7. We'll have a jump ball when we come back to the Omni. All-Star action. Bob Neal, Rick Barry will be with you on Tuesday, the 10th of February as the Lakers and Sacramento get together, 10:05 Eastern Time.
You know, Skip, usually the team that goes inside is leading. Boston has 34 points in the paint. Atlanta has 50.
Boy, that's an amazing stat.
And usually the guy that's inside is that gets the most inside points is going to be ahead. But it just shows you that there's so many different skills involved in how to win than just playing that things can be completely out of whack sometimes. Usually the team inside will be leading.
We still have no word on the condition of Robert Parish. I don't know why it's so tough for us to put that, but we're working on it. Ainge wins it, saves it to Bird. Bird. McHale's on the deck. Bird has a basketball.
Well, he sacrificed his body to set that pick.
And paid the price.
Well, you have to pay sometimes. I mean, you really have to pay sometimes on a pick.
81-72.
Because there are ways that you go through a pick.
Wilkins forced to take a terrible shot. Here comes Boston.
3-on-3. What are they going to do with it? 4-on-3 now.
McHale
good steal.
Pocket pick by River. Wilkins. Score it. And a foul.
That was a tough shot he made. Got fouled, got pushed. Almost by the basket. He had to take just enough off of him to make that. That was a tough shot. Let's take another look at it. Here's a steal by Glenn Rivers. They go up and there's Dominique pushing off with C-Sting there. Now this is a tough part of the shot to put it up that soft under those conditions.
Wilkins with 23 for Atlanta. And the Hawks again within 6. It's 81-75. We're near the 2-minute period. John Battle about to return for Atlanta. Bird draws the crowd. C-Sting from 18. Got it. C-Sting has 8. That's the margin by which his Celtics lead. Wilkins, he's tough in there, folks, but Bird, I think it was, got to it first. Ainge lost it, gets stripped, gets it back. Everything's back to par. Bird beats Willis, finds McHale, finds Bird. Rebound off the deck will belong to Boston.
And Larry Bird cannot believe it.
He's saying, what's going on here? About his own offensive game.
And you know what's, you're in a dilemma when you get in that position because you have to keep shooting. Robert Parish is coming back.
So I guess he just hyperextended it or dislocated it or something. Parish gives McHale a well-earned rest. Bird inbounds, 1:28 left in the quarter. .15 on the shot clock. Parish sets the pick. Bird from three-point country. Yes, sir. He has 17. Again, a 9-point lead for Boston. 1 minute left, third quarter. Wilkins. Yes.
He worked the picks on the baseline so well that time to get that shot.
When he first came into this league, he was really not a good jump shooter at all. He has worked on that part of his game.
And done a lot of that work during games.
Not as much as he used to.
He's made himself a great player simply by the fact that he doesn't shoot as much as he used to.
Battle, boy, he's a good-looking player. He's got 12. Atlanta's within 7. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Boston's going to have to shoot it with about 9 seconds left in the period.
Cliff Livingston has a job.
They have 5 on the shot clock. They have 3, 2. That's 4-2. He didn't get any. Contact the rebound. 6 seconds in the quarter. Great move, Wilkins. Oh, what a...
You're not going to see anything any better than that.
Bird, not in time and nowhere near, and it's anybody's game after 3. Stay with us now. Dominique Wilkins pointing at Greg Kite. They almost had a go at it. At the end of 3, Celtics 86, Hawks 81.
Houston's Ralph Sampson injured in the first half of tonight's game against Denver. He left the court for a while, but returned to the game at the start of the second quarter, unable to continue. He will not play anymore tonight, suffering an injured left knee as the injury bug continues to plague the Rockets. Sampson had ankle problems earlier this season and missed 11 games. Now let's go back to the Omni to Skip and Bill.
Okay, Charlie, thank you. I tell you what, Bill Fitch and Ray Patterson and that whole group down in Houston has to be thinking, what's next? They have had some year.
Well, they may be having some year, but anytime you win the flip 2 years in a row and get Ralph Sampson and the Akeem Olajuwon, you can't ever talk about bad luck.
You're a cold man. Greg Kite checks back in. Now he and Willis are having a visit.
Now, Dominique, the difference between him and, say, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he used to say, I'll outscore you. Now he says, we'll outscore you.
I'll try to outplay you. Boy, right. He outplays a lot of them. Well, this is the final 12, and it promises to be a pretty good one. Wilkins is working on the back line for Atlanta now with John Battle. It's Battle and a foul, and he scored, and Sam Vincent got it. John Battle, boy, is making points for the Atlanta fans.
He's playing with real good confidence, and that makes a different player. He's not tentative at all. Goes right down the middle. There's a foul. And the hoop. And the three-point.
The three-point play. Battle with 15. Suddenly, Boston by 2. This is about as close as Atlanta's been. A foul is called against Atlanta.
Robert Parish played that perfect. He got pushed, and he let himself be pushed. Because that play was broken already.
Kite leaves. Willis the foul, only his second. Aaron Day checks in. Parish up high, handles the ball. Vincent almost walked. Battle almost fouled him. Parish shoots the jumper. He can't throw it in the ocean tonight. Here comes Dominique. Almost walked. Battle again. We're tied at 86. 11 in a row for Atlanta. The capacity crowd on their feet. Barrett. McHale again.
Just in case they forget, McHale lets them know he's still out there.
He's got 26. Boston by 2. Wilkins against Dennis Johnson from way out. No. Parish comes in for the rebound.
Good defensive players encourage you to take those kind of shots.
Vincent got by Battle. It's blocked by contact.
He got hit on that one.
Battle to Wilkins. A late whistle and a foul on Dennis Johnson. And a good call. Just a little late.
Both teams are upset, but there's no doubt in my mind that they missed, Jake O'Donnell missed that Sam Vincent. He got clubbed on that play.
Mugged might be the word. Clank. Dominique. Routine night for him. He has 28 We're tied at 88. An eternity remaining. 10-15. McHale against a triple team, and he's fouled.
Here's McHale working for position. Look like two sumo wrestlers, only not as fat. Good hands. There's the foul right there. Now, I don't understand how that was a shooting foul. Because he just did get possession.
Because the last time when he was in the act of shooting, they made it a loose ball foul. And that's his 27th point to go with 9 rebounds from McHale. The Celtics reclaim the lead by 2. .10 left in the game. Willis is low against McHale. That's partially blocked. That's Kevin McHale, boy. Better than sliced bread. Dennis Johnson brings it up. 9:50 left. McHale, no whistle. Rivers the steal. Willis. Short. Livingston. Cliff Livingston's first points. We're tied at 90 with 9.5 left. Danny Ainge about to return for Boston. They deny McHale the ball. Bird over Livingston. No. Atlanta can take their first lead since the first quarter. They do. Rivers to Livingston. Boston calls timeout. This place is up for grabs. 9:06 left. Atlanta has their first lead since the first 5 minutes of the game.
Example of good team defense. Kevin McHale gets the ball, and when he goes to the middle, Glenn knocks it loose. He comes up with the ball. Now the transition game is on. Now they don't really have the layup. They take it anyway. They miss it. The trailer is the one that got the tip in, and that's a good transition game when all the guys run the break.
And that's what Mike Fratello likes about his young team. They're so relentless and so physical, and they just keep pounding at you. They have their first lead since 6:49 remained in the first quarter. 8:55 left. Again, they deny McHale the ball. Now he gets it, but not really where he wants it. Dennis Johnson, the open man. Bingo. He has 11. Off the bench, Boston has outscored Atlanta 14-13. It's anybody's game.
And the Celtics only 6. Good defense by Larry Bird. And fouled by John Concact. The Celtics only have 6 break attempts since the first quarter. In the first quarter, they were running up and down, and then after that, they've settled into this half-court offense.
All those offensive rebounds for Atlanta makes it a little tough to
Right. It's hard to break when the guys tip it in.
Concact committed his 4th foul. Bird just can't get it going offensively, or at least his shooting has suffered all night. Livingston. He's got 3 baskets in the quarter.
And that's normally you would say that's not a shot you want him to take. But when a team is playing at their pace as a three-pointer, those shots usually go.
Atlanta by 2 and with the ball. Livingston. Not this time.
Well,
when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you know
don't try that twice.
Dennis Johnson is alone. He's hit 2 in a row. We're tied at 94 with 7:20 left in the game. Away from the ball,
offensive foul
against Atlanta.
Dennis ran into a picket fence there. It was a moving picket fence at that, and that's illegal.
Livingston the foul. Dominique returns. Dominique Wilkins for Atlanta. So does Tree Rowland.
This is so that Kevin Willis can get a little break to go down the stretch. Because you know you want him in there going down the stretch.
A lot of people laughed at the Hawks when they drafted him because his college stats weren't too good. But boy, nobody's laughing now. Larry Bird tries something else. That doesn't work either. River. .6:43 left. We're tied at 94. Wilkins hangs in the air. Nope. Concact the rebound. Another offensive board and a offensive on Concact.
No, I think it's on Tree Rollins. I'm not sure. You may be right. Let's see what he called it.
They're both very upset.
Yeah, on Concact on the shot. Let's see the rebound here. Concact comes up with it. Let's see. Yes, he pushed Kevin McHale's arm away. Right in front of the referee, too.
That's 5 on Concact. 6:25 left in the game. Dennis Johsnon.
3 in a row from way out there he's hit.
He has 15.
And that's he does a lot of things for the Celtics, and he gives them that offensive punch when they really need it.
Yeah, he's keeping him in it now because nobody else is getting much done offensively for Boston.
Now there's a mismatch contact with Danny Ainge. Can they get the ball to him?
Illegal defense again. I guess that's a rule they have to have in this league, but it sure louses up a good game, wouldn't it? Wilkins will shoot the tee. He's missed 4 tonight, but he makes this one. He's 10 out of 14.
Willis is back. I guess everybody's got the team they want to go down a stretch out there.
Atlanta trails by 1 and can take the lead here. Wilkins tried to shovel it away. It's loose, and there's McHale. It's knocked away from him and a foul. I think on Willis. Yep.
Well, you're pretty good referee.
Yeah. Gerald Garrett feels a little queasy if he heard that remark. Dennis Johnson front court. Parish against Rollins. Again, they leave Dennis Johnson alone. He missed one. Danny Ainge had it for a moment, but couldn't control it.
Robert Parish and Larry Bird, neither are shooting very well tonight. And they're still in the ball game.
That's an understatement. Rivers front court to battle. Willis against Parish and Fred. Dominique. That's impossible, but he did it.
And the foul, I believe. Yes. We're seeing it all tonight.
He'll be doing that again at 5:35 Saturday in the Slam Dunkaroo. Parish the foul. For Dominique.
One of the things you have to do to make a shot like that, you have to really be in touch with your own body to know what buttons to push to make a move like that.
Well, he's more in touch with his body than I am with mine. I know that. A breakaway for Dominique. Hello. Atlanta by 4. 4:48 left. They're jumping in the Omni. They post up Ainge. Foul on
Dominique.
Over the top.
Here's when the Hawks come up, and Dominique has all day and all court.
Tell you what, that
But he only would have got a 6 on that one.
Yeah, that was, he's taking it easy. Glenn Rivers had made a lot of big defensive plays for Atlanta. Bird has his 18th point. It's 197. Far from over. A 2-point game. 4.5 minutes left. Rivers crosses the line. Kevin Willis. Blocked by Parish and a foul. And Parish argues with Dick Pavetta.
Let's see, does he have a good argument here?
I think Atlanta got a break, unless he got him with the body. Let's look from this angle. I still think Atlanta got a break.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Willis has 18. Not this time. McHale the rebound. 9 free throws have been missed by Atlanta tonight. But they lead by 2. McHale in a mess. Shoots 2. Willis was there. Rivers was there.
And Mike Vitello was there, almost there. Because those guys are pushing each other around like 2 bighorn sheep.
Oh, yeah? That's 4 for Willis. Dennis Johnson just dropped by with a dime that I guess some yo-yo threw on the floor.
And he gave it to me, and I'll keep it.
And you took it. Yeah, no pride at all.
None at all. Take the dime.
Take it off your expensive one. McHale makes this one. 101-99. Atlanta with the lead and the ball under 4 minutes, as you see.
And the team that wins this game will be the one that executes the half-court offense the best.
When he gets it going like that, they are tough. A 10-point quarter for Wilkins. K.C. Jones with play instructions as Boston brings it up. Parish can't unload. Now he does. 10 on the shot clock. Great Atlanta defense. Terrible shot by Ainge. Here comes Dominique. He's got Willis, Battle, and Rivers with him. Doesn't need any of them. Atlanta has played some defense in the fourth quarter. 39 for Wilkins. This is the Hawks' biggest lead. Ainge tries to cut it in half, and he does. You might beat these Celtics, but you're not going to bury them. 3 minutes left.
The Hawks are playing great defense going down the stretch. If they're not getting the Celtics aren't getting good shots, so neither are the Hawks on that play.
McHale the block. Ainge against Rivers, 2 shots.
That was a play strictly for the free throws. He saw he had, I think, Doc Rivers in trouble.
Ainge will be at the foul line to shoot 2 when play resumes. He can bring his team to within 1. We've got 2:50 left. Philadelphia wins again. They've gotten their problems straightened out.
Their player of the month is Charles Barkley's having a sensational year.
Houston, without Ralph Sampson now, has a lead over Denver at the half.
Dominique down the middle. Complete control.
A long way to go. 2:50 left. After the game tonight, Charlie Neal will be along with the latest scores and, of course, our Miller Lite player of the game. What was that you were about to say, Bill?
I was saying it's a great night to be in the South. Although Casey might not agree with
That's called a gotcha. I think I just got you. Ainge at the line to shoot 2.
Ainge is shooting 2.
Ainge of 15. 105-103 Atlanta. 2:50 left. It's a 1-point game. Atlanta with the ball and the slimmest of all possible leads. 1 point. Wilkins. That's what Bill was talking about. You got to have a lot of confidence to be a shooter in this league.
You got to believe in yourself.
He does, and with good reason. He's got 41. Bird for Parish. Yes. Parish has his second basket of the half and 13 points. We near the 2-minute mark, as you see. Battle. Got bumped a little bit, missed it. Bird with it to Johnston. They got a 3-on-1 Ainge.
Great fast break under those conditions. No hesitation on Dennis or Danny Ainge. Good steal. There goes Dennis. And he's got to set it up. There's the setup right there. You have to go. You have to penetrate enough so that the defensive man has to commit.
Rivers the foul, and Ainge can give Boston a 2-point lead and does that very thing. Mike Fratello with play instructions. Glenn Rivers crosses the line. They go to Willis against Parish.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot. Good rebound by Bird. Now, the last time on that fast break, Dennis made that happen, but Danny Ainge had to finish it off to make it a great play.
Celtics by 2 and with the ball.
You know, this is Larry Bird's first triple-double of the season.
Boy, he got crashed.
Yes, and no foul.
Atlanta calls timeout, and the Hawks really fortunate on that play that no 3-point play was called because Bird took a blow to the head.
This is first triple-double a year for him. He's got 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists. Larry Bird I'm talking about.
And we're talking about he's not really having a good night. He just made a big basket there. We'll be right back.
Not shooting well. He makes a great move here right down the middle. All left. And there he gets hit right across the face by Tree Rollins. And
they used to say no harm, no foul.
You know why they didn't call that? The referee couldn't tell those two guys apart, remember? How Bird and Tree look a lot alike.
That's right. Good point. Absolutely wacko. 108 left in the game. 111-107. Atlanta needs one here and needs it badly. They post up Wilkins against Dennis Johnston. He got whacked. McHale and Johnston both were there. It's going to be on McHale.
I like the way Kevin looks like the injured party. That's all part of it, too.
It's only his second foul. Wilkins shoots 2, a 79% shooter on the year from the line. He has 42-15 in this final quarter. He's now 12 of 16 at the foul line. We may be headed for overtime here. Boston by 2. You see the time remaining. McHale in a mess finds Dennis Johnston. 10 on the shot clock. Bird against Wilkins. Ainge for 3. No. Atlanta can tie it up. Mike Fratello now calls a 20-second timeout once his team gets to the front court. 29 seconds left. Boy, if Ainge makes that three-pointer, he hammers a nail in the coffin, but he did not.
Now, Mike Fratello's got to decide whether they're going to get a shutoff right away or go into 24 seconds. Now, if they go past into 24, even if he makes it, it gives the Celtics the last shot, which is a pretty good position to be in. But if he misses, he's going to have to foul right away.
Both teams have plenty of timeouts left. Boston 3, Atlanta 2. Nobody has a 20 remaining.
Now with Boston, what Casey's got to tell his team, don't give up the three-point play. Three-point shot, or if the guy's inside has got a shot, stay away from him.
You see the All-Star Saturday promotion, and that's going to be fun, but we've got a great one in its own right here. 29 seconds left. Boston by 2. I put up a shot as quickly as I could if I was Atlanta because of the way they hit the offensive board tonight. First good shot, not just a shot. That's a pretty good guy to have with the ball. And he lets her rip. A rainbow. 45 for Wilkins, 17 in the quarter.
And now we got under 24 seconds. And
timeout call by Boston. John Battle pretended like he didn't hear the whistle.
Yes.
We've got 18 seconds left in the game. We've got 18 seconds left on the 24-second clock. I'm surprised they haven't.
Now you run it down, but you don't shoot it. You shoot with at least 3 seconds to go.
So you can get a tip, right?
Yeah, you get offensive board, but they don't have enough time to take and dribble down court.
Well, what a shot this is.
You got to have confidence. You got to believe in yourself to take
And
a
he
shot.
had to change his shot.
Right.
He doesn't normally shoot it that high, does he?
Only when it's necessary.
Only when Kevin McHale's right in his face.
Good defensive play, but again, he's a guy that complete confidence.
His high for the year, by the way, is 57, so he's 12 away from that.
Now, what makes it so good about Dominique now, what makes it so tough, is he's taken that great skill using for winning. In other words, he has not completely dominated the offense the whole game. Always made a lot of points. He's giving the other guys a chance to play, and now going down the stretch, give me the ball. He's not tired. See, what happens a lot of times, you have a top scorer, and then you go down the last stretch, and you ask him to get more. And by this time, the other team is just really double and triple teaming him. In that case, he because of the way he played tonight, he had a one-on-one.
He has 45. I misspoke. 18 in this quarter. 18 of Atlanta's 29 points in the fourth quarter. And
that's sort of taking charge, isn't it?
I would say so.
And he's shooting a high percentage this last quarter, too. Not just so that the free throws he's shooting real well, but from the floor he's shooting. And most of them are outside shots.
Last time we saw the Hawks was against Detroit, and he did not play. You can see, if you saw that game and you're watching this one, how important he is to the Atlanta scheme of things. But Boston has been here so many times before. Let's see what happens.
I probably shouldn't say this, but overall it's been a fairly decently refereed game.
And a tough one to referee.
Yes.
They have banged at one another since it began. There may be a half-second's difference in time between the 24-second clock. You see the time remaining. Ainge, no, we're going to go to overtime. Time has expired. We go to overtime in Atlanta. They really didn't get as good a shot, the Celtics, as I'm sure they wanted. Stay with us. We got a good one in Atlanta. We're tied at 111 with at least 5 more minutes to go. We'll be back.
I'll tell you about the old bighorn sheep. Look at these two big guys, Kevin McHale and Kevin Willis, trying to get position there. Now, both these guys are about 230 or 235.
And I think that's good officiating. If you wanted to, you could have called a foul on either one of them in that spot. But you hate for a game like this to be ended at the foul line.
You're letting the guys play. And one of the things that that demonstrates is You have to be a real physical specimen to play this game.
Yeah, they used to say that this game was a non-contact sport. It can't be.
It's a contact sport. See, the difference between football is collision sport.
Yeah.
Baseball is non-contact sport. That's for the cute little guys.
Moto ball is a collision sport, but right now I don't think anybody cares. We go to the overtime. Tied at 111.
We're right back where we started, 111 points later. All even.
Wilkins, by the way, has a 31-point second half.
That's a pretty good week.
I would say so. Here we go. Parish and Rollins and Boston. It's a 5-minute overtime. You shoot the bonus on the 4th team foul, and you play as many 5-minute overtimes as it takes. Parish. Air ball. I don't know.
That's not a good way to start it.
Dominique. Oh, man. And if you're a Boston fan, he's not in foul trouble. You're in for a long night. Atlanta by 2.
You know, I think when you look at him and you're a defensive man, he's coming at you like that. And you say, well, I hope somebody else gets him.
McHale forced one a little bit. Battle with Willis. Battle. Boy, he is front. John Battle with 19. It's a 4-point game. Long way to go. 4:05. Bird, 17, shot at 60.
He is really struggling with his shooting tonight.
But Pete Rose had slumps in his career, too. Even the great ones. Wilkins. He thought he had it, but he didn't. Still a 4-point game. Bird against Wilkins. Clean steal. 2-on-1. Great pass by Rivers. Wilkins the basket. 49 and a timeout. And this place is rocking tonight. Wilkins with 49-35 since halftime. Atlanta has compiled a 6-point advantage. We'll be back.
Now, this is a good defensive play by Wilkins now, and it's based on his quickness. He's here. Now, when Bird, now he steps right in there. Now, not only does he use quickness, but knowing when to use the quickness and how to use it is the key on this play, and then he gets the layup.
I think Larry thought that he'd been brushed off by the Parish pick,
Right.
but he fought through it. And Rivers gave it right back to him.
And on that lay, as he finishes the play up, he never took his eye off the target. Now, this is interesting to me, Skip. Against Boston, with that great front line, Atlanta has 70 points inside.
Oh, they've whipped him fair and square
Now,
inside.
and you got a 6-point ball game. But Boston only had 40 points inside. There's a 30-point difference inside scoring. And in overtime, Boston so far is 0 for 3. And Atlanta's 3 for 4. And that's the difference.
I think we may have another illegal defense. We do.
Now, 20-minute timeout, Boston.
I apologize. I thought Jake was signaling an illegal, but instead it was a 20-second timeout.
I think it's something wrong with Dennis Johnson. I'm not sure what it is.
Right there. Doc Rivers inadvertently going for the ball. Got him in the eye. So
Well,
you
can't say no harm, no foul. You can say no
Harm.
blood, no foul.
Harm, no foul. Don't forget the slam dunk and long distance shootout from the All-Star game at 5:35 Eastern time on Saturday, and then the Legends Classic at 10:05. By the way, I don't know I hope the action will be as good in the movie that follows our telecast as it has been in this game.
No way.
Alvarez Kelly is the presentation. Richard Widmark.
Oh, yeah, that would be up to it. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be that picture.
Bird is 8 out of 22 from the field tonight.
You know what? We're going to end each other's careers maybe before this one.
3:07 left. It's 117-111 Atlanta. Capacity crowd 16,522, and they are all still here in Atlanta tonight.
You probably think they got their money's worth tonight already.
And now it's time to tell you to subscribe today. Boy, this thing is really regimented, isn't it? Subscribe news, and you'll read about the NBA and all the Atlanta Braves off-season news, and there's been a lot of it. To subscribe, send 1195 Super Sports News, P.O. Box 89162, Atlanta 30312. Boston inbounds, down by 6. Wilkins almost stole it again. McHale over Willis. Won't go. Parish,
Good
but a
push
whistle.
by Robert Parish. 0-0.
It's on Parish. Atlanta has the ball back. Robert hasn't had a real big night either. If Atlanta wins this, it evens the season series between these two teams. This would do the Hawks a world of good because they've been struggling against everybody. Battle missed perhaps an ill-advised jump shot. 117-111. He hasn't done much wrong today. Bird set the pick, and I think the foul on Rivers, fighting through it. 4 on Rivers. Only the first team foul. Boston gets it on the side. McHale against Willis, and a foul. Rivers trying to help out, I think, will be whistled for the foul, and that's the last thing Atlanta needed.
Trying to hold McHale when he's posted up is like trying to hold water in your hand. Sooner or later, a lot of it's going to get through.
McHale with 31. Rivers' 5th foul. There it is. The lead is 3 for Atlanta.
That's the first Celtics scoring in the overtime period.
And it took them 3:24 to get it. Atlanta only put 6 on the board, though. So it's still anybody's game. 2:25 left in OT. Wilkins. The tip won't go for Willis. Rollins.
And Atlanta continues to do what they kept in the game the whole game. Hit the offensive boards.
We near the 2-minute period. McHale in heavy traffic. Great shot. And a foul. Oh, he's not too bad.
In fact, he's quite tough. He gets the ball, and good weak side help misses. And there's a foul someplace in there.
It's on Rollins, his 5th.
Here's a take a look at it. Holds position, gets the ball, and there goes the weak side, which he should have done. And there's the shot.
He can make it a 2-point game, can McHale? And he does, and he has 35. His season's high, 38. Atlanta by 2 and with the ball. 150. Well, you see the time. 10 on the shot clock. Wilkins is posted up against Dennis Johnson. Rivers for 3. No. Strange shot for Atlanta to take.
Big rebound there by Larry Bird. That's Kevin Wilson right there.
Boston can't tie it here. Wilkins overplaying Bird. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. No. Ainge the rebound. Boston starts over with another chance to tie. Rivers the steal. He's got Wilkins with him against Bird. Good play, Rivers. Atlanta by 4. A minute left. McHale's at the line for 2 more.
I guess McHale learned his lesson. Don't pass.
He's keeping him in the game.
There's a steal by Glenn Rivers. And he used Dominique as a decoy on this one. Fake Bird there.
And I'll tell you what, Bill, if we go to another overtime, and we might, Willis, Rollins, Rivers, and Concat All with 5 fouls for that. Big miss there. McHale has all 6 overtime points for Boston. He can make it a 3-point game if he connects here. He does. Atlanta by 3 and with the ball. If they score here, Boston's in a bit of trouble.
Well, they have to look for the 3-point play.
Which, of course, is a low percentage shot if you bomb away from outside. But first, Atlanta has to score. Wilkins against McHale, 2 great players. 6 on the shot clock. Battle hangs in the air. No foul is going to be on Willis. He's gone. Willis fouls out with 18 points and a ton of rebounds.
Now, what happened to the way I see on that last play, they were trying to go to Dominique. They couldn't get the ball to him, and no one else wanted to step forward and take that shot. So you end up with the rookie taking the shot, and it was out of his comfort zone.
Willis leaves with 18 points, ties his career high of 21 rebounds. Willis hasn't left yet. Now they go to the scorer's table. We have him for 6, and they have him for 6. Bird, despite his off shooting, 21 points, 15 rebounds, 14 assists. Now what's going on here? Obviously, no one yet knows. Koncak will come in for Willis. And Bird can bring his team to within a point with 35 seconds left. It's a 1-point game, and Atlanta calls timeout. They have the lead. They will have the ball. There are 35 seconds left in overtime number 1. We'll be back. 5 seconds left. Well, you see the time and you see the score, and Atlanta will have the ball.
You know, watching this game is like watching 2 bull elephants go at each other.
It really is. It's like a playoff game.
Yes, they go at each other, and they go at each other, and it's right over.
Here's the play in which Willis was ejected. First of all, John Battle got off a pretty good shot as the 24-second clock ran down.
Right, and there is over the top right there.
Well, that's a tough foul. I think it was called before that when Bird hit the deck, but it was tough to see with that particular replay. So John Koncak, who has 5 fouls himself, checks in. You see the foul situation. That favors Boston. They press all over the floor.
Not seriously. They just
hoping somebody
might trip over the inbound line or something.
It's been known to happen, too. McHale against Wilkins. What a matchup. They go one-on-one. The zone is clear. Dominique, and a foul. What a shot. He's got 51 points. He had 14 at halftime. They weren't sure he was going to play because his back hurts.
That's a good way to straighten your back out. That's it. There's that shot.
He got it. He's got 52. Boston calls timeout. Atlanta by 4 with 17 seconds remaining. Couldn't have happened better for Atlanta. Can Boston come back? We'll see after this. 17 seconds left. They're rocking and rolling in Atlanta. It's not over yet. Boston's been in these spots before, but Atlanta, you got to like their chances right now, eh?
You got to like them a lot. This is really not a good spot to be in. If you're at home, it might not be that bad. But on the road, it's a tough spot to be.
Really an important game for Atlanta in that. Last year, Boston just virtually humiliated them in the playoffs, beat them 4 out of 5. This would even their season series at 2-2. Their record isn't as good, but they're a young team, and they'll begin to believe a little bit more that they can play against these guys. Boston's enemy, Dennis Johnson. Bird for 3 over. Foul him. It's not over yet. Bird with 26. Atlanta calls time. 10 seconds
to
left.
go.
As bad a night as he's had shooting, he made that shot, which was Boston's only chance. The chances. Now I guess you got to take a foul, don't you? If you don't steal the inbounds pass.
You take a foul. If he misses one of the two, then you're only 2 points behind.
If he makes
you may even win it. If you can go for a three-pointer again. But you got to do it right away. Now here's Dennis Johnson penetrates to open it up for the three-pointer, and Larry Bird buries it right there.
And if you don't know much about this game, you might think that Rivers didn't hustle on defense. He's very aware that if he commits a foul there, it's a 4-point play, and all of a sudden,
it's a tie ball
not
game.
only is the game tied, but he's going to have to be escorted out of the building. So it's a 1-point Atlanta lead, and they will have the ball, and they can either take it and bring it the length, or they can take it at midcourt. That's up to them. Boy, this has been a dandy. I hope we have as much fun at the All-Star Slam Dunk and Long Distance Shootout, 5:35 Eastern Time on Saturday.
Who is we?
All of us. You'll be there. In fact, you're buying dinner. And the Legends Classic at 10:05 Eastern Time as Richie Guerin's troops from the East take on Al Addle's Western Division. Old-timers.
You know, I want to see that game
All-Stars.
because all those legends. I mean, guys that I used to watch play when I was a kid.
You will be conducting interviews of some of those.
Yeah, I want to ask.
Your
I want to find out why a man 50, 55 years old is out there doing stuff like that.
You're not, personally, you're not real wild about performing and such.
I'm not wild about things that make your heart rate increase.
10 seconds left. 124, 123, Atlanta.
There are some things that make your heart.
I understand exactly. Atlanta will inbound. Bird's 3-point play has kept the Celtics alive. Gus Williams, who hasn't played in a long time, tonight checks in for Atlanta.
Now, I would think that the Hawks have to have all good free throw shooters out there because they're definitely going to probably have to shoot a free throw. Now, the Celtics have to be careful they don't foul before the ball's thrown in.
Gus is only 67%. It'll be Wilkins at the line. Ainge fouled him, and it took 1 second.
Now, if he makes both of them, they still go down for a three-pointer. If he only makes one of them, then you got a choice.
Then you go play.
Yes.
Boston, by the way, is out of timeouts. Atlanta has 1 remaining. So, if Wilkins misses one, well, whether he does or not, Boston's going to have to come the length of the floor.
That's 9 seconds, which is plenty of time, though, because the clock doesn't start until they touch the ball inbounds.
Wilkins is 14 of 18 from the foul line, and he hasn't missed one in a while. He's got 52 points, 5 away from his season and career high. Atlanta by 2. Now time called again as...
And Boston's put in their players that they think can C-Sting, Bird, and Ainge are all three-point shooters.
But Dennis Johnson can pump away
yes,
from out there, too.
He's, under these conditions, he may be the best three-point shooter out there.
Well, it's simplistic, but this is a very important free throw. Bird for 3. No, it is. No, it will not count. It does not count. It doesn't matter. And Atlanta in overtime has a very big victory against a great, great basketball team. Final. Atlanta 126. The Celtics 123 in overtime. And we'll be back after that.
Just saw very happy Dominique Wilkins. You just saw a very exciting game from the Omni in Atlanta, where the Atlanta Hawks snapped the Boston Celtics 6-game losing streak in overtime. They won it 126 to 123. Dominique Wilkins, 54 points for the Atlanta Hawks. Let's update you on some other scores around the NBA tonight. Philadelphia over Indiana, 99-94. Charles Barkley, 22 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. Vern Fleming, 20 for Indiana. The Sixers win 4 of their last 5, 7th straight loss for Indiana. Meanwhile, in Chicago tonight, it was was the Chicago Bulls leading Washington 89-86. That game is now in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan only had 9 points in the first half. The Bulls trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. In Milwaukee, the Knicks are trying to snap a 7-game skid, and right now they're leading Milwaukee 102-95. That game is in the fourth quarter. In Houston tonight, Ralph Sampson went out injured in the first half with the left knee, did not play anymore in this contest, and in the fourth quarter, Houston and Denver all tied at 101. And in San Antonio tonight, the Spurs are trying for their 6th straight win against Golden State, and right now they have a 9-point lead in that game in the fourth quarter. In Utah, the Kings are trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, and they're leading the Jazz at half by 3, 48-45. And in Portland, that game is just underway. Portland has won 4 of their last 6 games. And don't forget to join me in Seattle this Saturday for All-Star Saturday as we bring you the slam dunk and long distance shootout. That's live at 5:35 p.m. Eastern. Then at 10:05, the NBA Legends Classic. That's this Saturday from Seattle. Also, join me on the sports page Sunday night here on the Superstation at 11 p.m. as I wrap up the All-Star weekend. Now, Skip and Bill are back at the Omni to bring you the light player of the game.
Tell you what, Charlie, I'll see you a little before we get to Seattle. Tonight's Miller Lite player of the game, Dominique Wilkins, 19 of 34 from the field, 16 of 20 from the foul line. He had 27 points at the end of 3 quarters. He wound up with 54. So on behalf of Miller Lite, Turner Broadcasting is proud to donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund in his name. Alvarez Kelly is the movie upcoming on TBS. That was a heck of a game, Bill. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope the fans did too.
Everybody had a good time, Skip. Everybody.
You'll be heading home, and we'll see you in Seattle come Saturday for our entire TBS crew. And for Bill Russell from the Omni in Atlanta, Skip Carey. Have a good night. So long, everybody.